Hey guys, welcome back to another one. This is Crypto Elite, home to the #1 Theta community. And if you like this content, please like and subscribe to the channel. And you can find me on Theta TV as well. Alright guys, in today's video, we are going to be going over another monthly staking earnings. And this one is actually pretty darn good. So we'll go over the earnings and then I'll talk about what I'm utilizing. And if this is your first time tuning in, this is my test just to see what the Theta staking earnings looks like from both using an Elite Edge node with TFUEL and also staking via a Guardian node with Theta coin. So I've been doing this for a little over a year now, and it's been pretty interesting to see the results. And as of May of this year, 2022, I actually started utilizing Gpool services. You can check out one of my previous videos as to why I did that, but I used to have a running tab of all the different transactions, and now the transactions are blank. And that is why, because I'm using Gpool services and they have a lot of transactions. I used to have like 16, and then with Gpool, it's like 500 plus transactions. So that is what I'm utilizing. And then also, if you go to Theta Explorer or explorer.thetatoken.org, and then you type in your wallet address or just copy and paste it. But actually, if you're unfamiliar with Theta Explorer, this is where you can get a whole bunch of good statistics about the overall Theta ecosystem from the different prices of Theta and TFUEL. And then you can see the market cap as well, the 24-hour volume, circulating supply. Theta, of course, is capped, and TFUEL is inflationary, but it also has a burn mechanism where potentially if enough transactions are on the blockchain, the Theta blockchain, then that circulating supply, much like Ethereum, can become deflationary. You can see the number of edge nodes and the total number of Theta stake. And then with TFUEL, it's TFUEL stake plus the percent that's locked in a smart contract for wrapped TFUEL. So if you haven't been here, definitely check it out. And then you can type a wallet address in there. This is just a hypothetical wallet address that I found, and we'll utilize this example. So I used to use thetaboard.io for wallets and to get all of this transaction information because they make it really easy. You could just type in once again or copy and paste that wallet address, scroll down, and then you can export that transaction history. And it used to be really easy, but now the transaction history download is available for wallet staking at least 50% of their TFUEL to Thetaboard hosted edge node. And like I said, I'm currently at Gpool, and it's a little bit of a pain with a Theta ecosystem right now. If you unstake, it takes like 48 to 72 hours, and then you get all of those coins and tokens back into your wallet. So don't necessarily want to deal with all that hassle, but I used to utilize the service. Now I'm using the Theta Explorer, but the only downside to getting the transaction history for this, it's only in 7-day increments, and I'm not sure why it's just 7 days. So I have to download like 4 different copies of this, as you can see here, and there's a bunch of different transactions. Here's 1 copy, 2 copies, 3 copies, and then you just get all of the final amounts using Excel. It's a little bit of pain in the butt, but that is how I am doing this right now. And that's how I've created this very simple Excel spreadsheet, but it's simple but effective. So I'm going to keep on using it. I think it's good for people to see what kind of earnings I'm getting based off of when I invested, how much I invested. So you can get a general understanding, and then hopefully in a couple years when Theta finally does moon, not financial advice, just hopefully we can look back and check this out as well. So as of right now, I've invested about $8,500 in Theta. So, well, Theta in particular was about 5,000, and that was just averaging out through a couple different months during the last bull cycle. I wish I would have done that during this not bull cycle. This bear cycle would have been much cheaper, but you know, I still think this is a very good long-term play. If you watch my videos, I'm very invested into the overall Theta ecosystem. And then TFUEL, I got a Elite Edge node before I got a Theta Guardian node, and that was when TFUEL was about 35 cents. which once again, I thought that was a steal of a price. And if I would have waited just a little bit longer, I would have got even better of a steal of a price. But like I said, much like Theta, I'm still very, very happy with the overall ecosystem and the ecosystem growth. So the monthly TFUEL that I earned this month was about 131, and that's actually really darn good. I think that's one of the highest. If I scroll back up, I'm normally getting about 90, 80 to 90. So getting over 100 and then 131 was actually really, really good. But I think part of it was the utilization of the blockchain with the Samsung news, with the American Idol news. There's a lot of different things on the blockchain happening over that past month. So maybe that was part of why. And the total TFUEL earned, if we check that out, over since inception, if you will, since I started these videos in the series, it was almost 1,000. So that's pretty cool, especially when the price of TFUEL continues to grow and gain. I think 1,000 TFUEL, hopefully there could be a 1-to-1 ratio, $1 to 1 TFUEL, and that would be pretty awesome to see. The overall price at the end of the month, it was about $1.37, and as you can see here, it's a little bit in the month of August right now, but we do have the price of overall Theta. It looks like it's starting to climb up a little bit. We will see with the macro and micro factors if the growth continues or not, but I do like the trend of where it's going right now. But it did end the month at around $1.37. TFUEL, on the other hand, ended around 6 cents, which once again is good. If you check out last month, it ended around 4 cents. And here is a Theta Fuel on Coin Market Cap. And once again, that same trajectory, long term, everything is down, but we're definitely in that bear cycle. But it looks like the trend is heading in the right direction, as well as those volume spikes, which is what you want to see. As long as the volume can maintain that, would be even better. So that is where we ended the month of July. The number of transactions, much like the previous month, utilizing TFUEL services, is very, very high. So 580, I'm not exactly sure why it's so much higher than utilizing my own laptop as a Guardian node or Elite Edge node, but that is just what the number and data is telling me. And the monthly USD earned, and that's based off of the end of month, and the TFUEL is approximately $8. So not too shabby. I do look forward to these numbers growing and becoming larger, but that is where we are right now. The laptop energy, actually this is 0 now because I'm utilizing TFUEL services. So that's the equipment that I had before, and I think that was more pertinent when I was utilizing that laptop for running a Guardian node and Elite Edge node, but now I've passed those services on to someone else, so I'm not using any additional electricity. And the total USD earned from the start is about $60.35. And after looking back on this, I think this number is a little bit skewed. I definitely could work on it because this number is just looking at the end of the month prices and averaging out the entire amount of TFUEL earned. But some months I do take some of that TFUEL or those earnings away, and then I purchase NFTs, and I could purchase and sell NFTs and then make a greater profit. So I think I do need to do a better job of somehow showing you what I am doing with those profits and the TFUEL that I do earn. And then 2, sometimes the TFUEL is just kind of sitting there in the account and is being stagnant. So I could utilize that TFUEL in a better manner. So that's something that I need to improve on, and I'll try and add that to this. The overall ROA for Theta and TFUEL, they are both not looking very good, and that's just because of the market and when I purchased in. So if you just imagine I purchased in around a $5 Theta and a 35-cent TFUEL, of course those numbers are really, really down. They are up from last month, or not as bad as last month, which is good to see. But they're still down, as well as the return on investment once again. And that one is also not looking pretty darn good. The last thing is the APY, and This one I will have to fine tune because I did not work these numbers, but if we check out last month, it's probably somewhere very, very similar to that 2.17. I'll actually post it in the description below. The micros are off for this one, so I do know it's hovering around that 2.17 mark, but I forgot to fine tune it before I started this video, and I don't want you guys to watch this, especially at the tail end of the video. So with that being said, these are the earnings. I do look forward to August, and I do look forward to that next bull cycle when I think these earnings will definitely shine a whole lot more. Let me know if you have any questions below, and I will see you guys on the next one.